It was the right size and everything. Thank God. Congratulations, Adam and Jen, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you, that was pretty amazing, and that was a hell of a secret to keep for several weeks. Adam made an announcement at the Christmas concert. He came down, and everybody was gasping then. So there is major intelligence there, man.
Let me tell you, if there's 75 people in the choir, 74 people knew. And we are a choir of gossipers. So I want to thank everybody in the choir for keeping the best kept secret.
There you go. Congratulations to the happy.
2011, we got married, and in December 2013, we welcomed our first son, Ryan. So future choir member, but it was the week of the concert he was born. So luckily we had in place a plan that Nicole Pepe of Cranford actually took over the children's choir at Middle C's, and I called her that day and said, okay, you're on. And she took over for the concert.
How long did you have to take off from Celebration Singers at that point?
We had transitioned her into being the main conductor throughout November, so she was ready. It was all good, and they were ready for the transition. And then I really started back in February, so really just about a couple months.
Welcome back. And I think that can you think of anything else that we haven't covered that you would like to discuss about the Children's Choir or the Celebration Singers?
I think we're good.
Do you have anything to add, you guys?
Yeah, I like to say that, like, Mrs. Pepe, when she came to fill in for Mrs. Jenkins, she did a good job. So, like, she kind of did it the way she did it. It was very organized, and I liked it.
But how about Mrs. Jenkins?
She's just as good.
This is Amazing Grace. It's an arrangement by Francisco Nunez, who is the conductor and music director of the Young People's Chorus. And if you've ever been to our Lord and Taylor performance in November, we usually premiere one of his new pieces there. This will feature Emma Knutson and Marissa Segas.
And I'm here with two representatives of the Middle C's, which is part of the Celebration Singers. And I will first ask, what's your name, please?
Samantha Gordon.
And you?
Hale Jaeger.
Hi. My question is, what is the Middle C's?
It's a choir that helps transition kids from the children's choir into the adult choir.
And how long have you been in it?
I've been in it for 7 years.
And you?
I've been in the choir for 7 years, too.
How did you decide to join?
Well, my mother and my older sister started out in the choir before I was. So when I was old enough to audition, I just auditioned for the choir and have been in it ever since.
Are your mother and sister still in it?
My mother's still in it, but my sister has gone to college, so she can't be in it right now.
Do you have any relatives in the choir as well?
I do not, but I joined because I had come to some of the concerts and I'd seen they all looked like they were having so much fun, and I just loved to perform. And I was in 4th grade, so I just wanted to sing. So here I am.
Did your parents take you, I assume? Do they have an interest in music in particular?
My mother took me, and she's never been involved with musical groups, but I'd always wanted to sing. I'd been doing musicals since I was in 2nd grade, so I had a lot of fun.
Do you both live in Cranford?
Yes.
Yeah.
And now tell me more about the Middle Seas. I understand it's a relatively recent part of Celebration Singers where originally there was a children's choir and an adult choir, but not anything for a certain age group. What is the age group for the Middle Seas?
I think we're about 12 to 18.
Is that correct?
It's when boys' voices change, they can join, and I think girls in 7th grade can join, and then it's through 18.
Girls freshman year can join.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Okay. And thank you. And so my question that follows that is, do you find it difficult to sing in a choir as opposed to solo, or do you guys even sing solos ever?
Well, we do sing solos, but like I don't see really any. Well, there is a difference because like when you're in with a choir, like you have that sense of like community and like friends, and you know that if you like mess up, there's someone like behind you to like help support you and like get you back on track.
And you?
I prefer singing in a choir to singing solo. I mean, it's like Sam said, it's a lot more fun because there's a sense of community. So,
do you find it hard to pay attention to your own melodic line when you're hearing everyone else sing perhaps a slightly different one?
That's always a challenge, but you have to learn your part, and once you know it, you can start listening to everybody else and hearing how all the pieces fit together to make a beautiful work of music.
Do you feel that way as well? Or is it
Yeah,
difficult?
I
do. Do you both read music?
Yeah, a little bit.
I can read music.
Do you find is it necessary to read music in order to be part of this choir?
Well, it's not necessary, but it is helpful. But you can come into this choir if you can't read music. Like, well, everyone will help teach you what your voice part is, and it's not really difficult if you don't know how to read music.
You have any thoughts on that?
Like Sam said, it's easy to learn to read music once you've been involved with the choir, and you can you learn how music works. It's a lot easier as you go.
So, do you know when the Middle Seas started as opposed to when there was just a children's choir and an adult choir?
When we joined the children's choir, we were 9 years old, and there was a young men's ensemble. So it was for the boys whose voices had changed. And there was nothing for the girls, and they sort of stuck it out in the children's choir until they were 18. And I think
it was like 3 years ago.
Yeah, I think it was 3 years ago that they decided to incorporate the girls into the young men's ensemble, and we made the Middle Seas.
Very interesting. What is behind the concept of the Middle Seas, the name the Middle Seas?
The Middle Seas we got our name from the idea that we're between the children and the adults, so we're in the middle. But also the Middle C is the home tone on the piano. It's one of the most important notes that you can sing.
That makes sense. That's very interesting. What is it that makes this a different kind of chorus or choir than you could otherwise join locally?
Because it's a community choir, we get to meet people from other towns and all over the county, and we really keep coming back for the friendships and the opportunities we have to interact with other people.
You too?
Yeah, I agree. And also, unlike school choirs, which are children around the same age as you, we have a children and adult, so you really get a wider range of ages, and you can meet pretty much anyone.
Well, thank you both for speaking with us, and good luck on your next performance.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hi, it's Greg Zeigerson again, and I'm here with Ed, and he is a composer as well as a member of Celebration Singers. I'm going to ask him some questions. First of all, what is your full name, Ed?
Ed Leicht.
And I understand you have composed at least one or maybe two pieces at least for the Celebration Singers?
One so far, yes.
What was the name of the piece that you wrote for the Christmas concert last year?
A Christmas Story.
Oh
And have you composed other pieces before that? Are you a composer in general, or?
Well, a little bit, yes, somewhat.
Has any other groups or orchestras performed your works?
Not that I know of. We have a little group. At church. In the nursery school, a little nursery rhyme. Nursery song I composed.
Oh, that's very nice. And the children sing it, or?
From my understand, yes.
So, you've been a member of Celebration Singers for some time?
Yes.
How long?
I'm not sure. 12 or 13 years, maybe.
Were you here before Schonberg started here?
Yes.
And how do you like singing?
Oh, very nice, very nice. I'm a group of very nice people.
Were you always interested in music, or has it always been like a hobby of yours? Or
No, I think it's a lifetime interest, yes.
have you worked professionally in music before, or just as something you enjoy?
Never professionally, no. It's something I enjoy. Yes.
May I ask how old you are at this point?
84.
Well, I wish you many more years of enjoyment with Celebration Singers, and we loved watching you at the Christmas concert.
Thank you very much.
And do you plan on writing any more material, or?
I'm hoping to, yes, I'm hoping to.
I'm definitely hoping to hear it, because your song was beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, and that was Ed with Celebration Singers.
If you will, the Celebration Singers men in tights. You can't, you? They're searching for the Holy Grail, and having no luck, we are advised to always look on the bright side of life, and then again of death. Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the right side of life. When life is quite absurd and gets the final word, you must always face the curtain with a bow. Forget about your sins, give the audience a grin. Enjoy